It's girly power. It's the coach. This is NFL football on EA.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Chicago Bears and the Los Angeles Rams. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. Jared Goff and the Rams set to take over on offense. For Goff last year, of course, the disappointing end to a terrific season. His development really took a big step forward throughout. Nearly 4,700 passing yards, 32 touchdowns, playoff wins over the Cowboys and the Saints before that Super Bowl loss to New England. A little jet sweep to start the drive. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way, lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film. Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
25, check 25.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. He's got Burton here. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. They'll run with a 3rd-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Finding Gabriel, complete. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
On 2nd and 12, Trubisky, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play action. It's Trubisky. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Clay Matthews in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. And the Rams getting set to go now. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is fielded at the 27. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. From just shy of midfield, Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Quick throw here caught by Gabriel. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. To throw on 2nd and 6. Trubisky gets this to his running back, Torrey Cohen. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 7 on the year. As his guys are on the board first here tonight. Extra point right down the middle. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. I want to remind you, tomorrow night, Monday Night Football, our final international game of the year, the Chiefs and the Chargers from legendary Estadio Azteca in Mexico City. That'll be a good one at 8:15 Eastern. A nice run there by Gurley on 1st down as he'll get about 7 out of it. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On the draw, Goff gives to Gurley. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now Goff gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Throwing again on 2nd down. Goff.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. That's complete to Cooks. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Cooks now in his 2nd season with the Rams. He's had 4 straight years over 1,000 yards. He had 2 with the Saints, 1 with New England, and then he went over 1,000 again last year with the Rams. 80 catches, 1,204 yards. Meanwhile, Goff to Gurley as he drops it off for his running back.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now it's gone. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. This will be the first red zone opportunity now for the Rams. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Goff throwing again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Goff now looks to throw. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. To the air again. Goff. He gets it to Cooks. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the first down. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So on 4th down, here comes Greg Zuerlein to try and get 3 for the Rams. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So on 4th down, here comes Greg Zuerlein to try and get 3 for the Rams. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Zuerlein, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018.
Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Now Greg Zuerlein. We all remember the 57-yarder that sent the Rams to the Super Bowl. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Now Greg Zuerlein. We all remember the 57-yarder that sent the Rams to the Super Bowl. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this won't get there, won't be on line either. It's no good, off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They've dropped 4 straight games coming into this one, remember, but they have the lead here. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
You got tape. You got tape right there. Hey, ball.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Watch left. He's down right there. Ran, come. Wide, get wide.
Here's Trubisky to throw. They'll find Miller. That's complete. 7 yards there and a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. Some quarterbacks just seem to have a knack for setting up the draw play, and he did it really well there.
And those guys who can do that well often are very good at play action too. And the beneficiaries, they're running backs and they're wide receivers.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 14 yards and a Chicago first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. First down, a run with Cohen. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. Now a play fake here on first down. He'll buy some time right to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play.
Check. Hey, 18.
On second down, it's Cohen. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. There defensively was John Johnson to knock it free.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now on second down, this is Gurley. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Trubisky. Now the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Los Angeles. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4.
18.
First down. Here's the run with Montgomery. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Let's go.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Alert.
Trubisky gives to Cohen. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky. That's complete to Robinson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 38-yard line. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. It's caught. It's Miller. Touchdown, Chicago. Anthony Miller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as the Bears push further out in front. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need two of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. The Rams on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw, Goff. Man open, it's Kupp, he's got it. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A Ram first down as Goff finds Kupp. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Jared Goff, 4 times last year he led the Rams on a fourth-quarter comeback. He obviously didn't do it in Super Bowl 53, but can he do it here? Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Goff on first down. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18. Here's Goff. And that one's complete to Gurley. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it's a second down. Now Goff. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
They'll run on first down. It's Cohen. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Cohen. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Now it's Trubisky. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Trubisky now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen. Nickel Roby brings him down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for the Bears, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for L.A., it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon.